Hello and welcome to Rain's Kitchen and Garden. My name is Rain. Today I'm going to make some Halloween food since it's the spooky season. I'm making this Mummy Stromboli. Let me show you how. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's make a Mummy Stromboli. The first thing that I did was I preheated my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. That's gas mark 5 or 190 degrees Celsius. I also lined a baking sheet with parchment paper. And I've got my pizza dough, I've got my rolling pin, I've got my kitchen ruler, and I have a little bit of all-purpose flour in case things get sticky. For this recipe, you need pizza dough. You'll need enough pizza dough that would make one pizza. I have homemade pizza dough that I use. And I will leave a link in the description below and in the cards above to the how-to video on how to make this thin crust pizza dough. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on top because it is a little sticky. And I had this in the freezer and I took it out this morning, so it defrosted, but also it's been at room temperature for a while. I find it's a lot easier to work with when the pizza dough is at room temperature. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it out as much as I can. I don't have an exact measurement of the size that I'm going to be rolling this out, but I will measure it after and let you know in the description below, in case you want to know ahead of time how big to roll out your dough. Well, let me measure my dough here. It's about 12 inches long by 8 inches wide. And what I'm going to do is, I want it a little wider, just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little wider. Okay, and it's kind of in the shape of a rectangle right now. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to transfer this to my pan, actually. I'm going to fold it. Let me bring my pan over. And I'll put it on my pan. It's going to overlap for now, but that's okay, because we are going to be wrapping up the mummy. So it's probably going to end up being about this size. Let's see, put that in the middle for you. Okay, if I turn it this way, you'll see better, and I'll be making the mummy this way. So what I'm going to do first, to make things a little easier on myself, is I've got some scissors, and I'm going to start cutting. Just on each side, I'm cutting like this. All right, so we've got it all cut, as you can see here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add my sauce. I have some homemade marinara sauce that I made the other day. I will link the how-to video in the description below and also in the card above. And I'm just going to put a little bit of sauce all the way down the middle there. You can use any sauce that you like. You can use any topping you like, really. I'm going to try not to get too close to those cut pieces. And I'm not using too much sauce because I don't want it to really, I don't want it to explode. All right. Now I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe a little bit off the top, because I went a little too far up there. And the same thing on the bottom. Just take a little bit off the bottom. There we go. I have 3 types of cheeses here. Sorry for the noise. I have Parmesan petals, I'm going to put just a little bit of Parmesan petal here. Parmesan is a very strong cheese, depending on what type you get, so you don't need a lot of it. Cheddar. This is extra old cheddar. And mozzarella. I am actually going to load on the mozzarella because I love it. And my mummy will probably burst his seams with all the cheese that I'm putting in, but that's okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of oregano. I have just some dried oregano here, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. Now I'm going to dress my mummy. The first thing I'm going to do is pull up the bottom and push it down, and do the same thing on the top. Push it down. All right, and now one at a time I'm going to cross over the bandages. And the thing with pizza dough that's really kind of nice is you can, I'm going to leave this one here actually because I want to do something about the eyes. You can stretch it out. It's not really going to break on you, you know. You can definitely stretch that out. It's kind of like we're doing a braid here almost. You can twist it around too. And they don't have to be perfect. You know, one can be hanging out the side like this. You want the mummy to look mummified. Okay. Now I'm going to flatten it out just a little bit. Let's have that one sticking out there. Okay. It's flattened out. Now I've got some green olives. I just need one really, because this is going to be for his eyes, or her eyes. I'm assuming it's a he. I just cut that in half. These are going to be the eyes. One eye there, and one eye there. And that piece that was sticking out, I'm just going to thin it out. Here, that ripped a little, that's okay. I'm thinning that out, and I'm going to put it just over the eyes like that. I'm kind of pinching the dough together so it stays in place. So there's the mummy. It looks almost like a little baby in cloths. That's a little creepy. Okay. Now I've got an egg, large egg here, that I just kind of whipped around with a fork, and I'm going to give this a nice little egg wash all over. Yeah, that's creeping me out a little bit. It looks like a little child. You know why? It's because of this little opening here. It almost looks like a mouth. Maybe I can hide that so I don't get so creeped out. That doesn't really help. All right. Let's get that egg wash all over our little mummy. All right. Now this is optional what you could do. You could sprinkle some Parmesan on top, or you can, you know, put some herbs on top, whatever you like, but I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm going to put it into the oven probably for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes until it's nicely baked and golden brown. All right, my Mummy Stromboli is ready. I think it looks pretty good. It did leak a little bit, but that's okay. As soon as this cools, I'm going to eat all of that cheese. I'm going to let it sit in the pan just to cool off for a little bit, and then I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to put it on a serving dish to show you. Here is my Mummy Stromboli in all of his glory. I'm going to cut him open and see what he looks like on the inside. Oh, that mozzarella. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Mm. All that cheese. You cut a piece here. It's steaming hot still, so I have to be careful. I got cheese on my finger. Well, let's open it up. We've got melty cheese inside. Oh, that looks just delicious. Look at that. And the bottom is cooked well too. Very nice. I think I'm going to enjoy this. I hope that you enjoyed it as well, my friends. And let me know in the comments, do you make Halloween food? Do you even celebrate Halloween? Are you a Halloweenie like me? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. So we'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bye.